So you are profitable while only using liquidity and imbalance?
Yeah.
Market, teach me too.
I grind cause I gotta get paid. 1%.
So we're
99% free.
SMT strong ones. But is that
I fell in love with the chase, no emotion, put in a pin. We get it no matter the weather. Sun, snow, sleep, rain, go sleep and do it again.
Another day, another dollar, and we're back for some break. So let's get straight into it.
Welcome back to day 14. It's officially been 2 weeks now, posting every day for 60 days until we get to 10,000 subscribers.
So today is what? Friday, right? It's the last day of trading, and I think it was yesterday when the US shutdown got alleviated. So the US shutdown is no more there anymore. Trump finally signed whatever paper he needed to sign. So I'm sure next week is very dry, but we do have FOMC minutes. So, and it's at 8, I think it's on Wednesday as usual, right? That is the only day we have news. The other day, okay, I won't say that is the only day. As currently as we're looking on the forecast, it's saying all day. So the firms that release news updates are kind of still yet to update because they are not showing. They are saying as the news is released as though it's going to be a bank holiday, right? So yeah, but today I did take a trade, and this week we've taken 3 trades, and all 3 of them wanted to take profit. So today we took a trade and it did take profit, and now the market just went on going. Had I just left the first trade I took, no, it was the second trade on Wednesday. Had I just kept that trade and left it run, today it would have been a huge bang. But the market made a big reversal, bro. So let's get straight into the market, and then I'll show you what it is that I'm talking about. All right. All right, so look at this. This is the trade that this is the buy that I've had for more than 2 weeks now, and the market is evidently retracing back. This analysis was done over 2 weeks ago, and I've done so many other videos explaining why I took this trade really. So let's get straight into the video on this trade that I took on Wednesday, I believe. So I saw here it was Wednesday, right? So the market created buy side and sell side liquidity, right? And then that is what I used to enter for shorts, right? So as you can see, this market was based off like this, but however what it did was it violated me on the first try and then immediately sold. So this was buy side liquidity, right? And then there was sell side liquidity just right here. Hold on. Sell side liquidity was just right here. Okay, perfect. Right. So what I did was I looked for an entry point on the 30-minute time frame actually. Right. I was on the 30-minute time frame, and this to me looked as though it was a fair value gap, but it was not a fair value gap. That's why, as you can see, this buy took, like, the market swept me, including me in the trade as liquidity because my stop loss was just right behind there. And then what it did, it swept me, took me out as liquidity, and then it came back and changed character, and I entered again. As you can see, the take profit was still the same, but then once I did that, the market just kept going. Oh bro, the market just kept going, you know, because from this point I was thinking the market was going to buy. right? But nope, the market just kept going. And then today I entered this sale right here. I entered a short again right there, and my take profit was there again. No, it wasn't even a 1:6. It was a 1:3. Yeah, it was a 1:2. Right, I targeted a 1:2 from the first trade on Wednesday, and then today the market mitigated this order block, right? So I wanted confirmation, and then the market swept liquidity here, right there, and then changing character right there, and then I entered my short. Where did I enter my short? Okay. Alright, so and then I entered my short, right? So same thing, the market mitigated that order block, requires multiple sweeps of liquidity with a change of character, and then I entered just when the market, this was the second entry I was waiting for that didn't come back in, right? So my entry was somewhere within these order blocks, and my stop loss was just right behind. So my stop loss was like this was my entry, because my stop loss, no, this is the short, my stop loss was just right there, right behind there. That was the trade I took today, and then as you can see, the market just continued dropping. So this was a 1:3, like this. I talking about a 1:3, and I'm like, yeah, 1:3, I'm done for the day. No, my guy, the market just kept going. Okay, wait. This is crazy. Like, and this is the same day, by the way, same day. That's insane. You wouldn't have found another entry, another place to enter other than having to have entered from there. So to those guys that held their trade, they definitely banked a huge. Look, from this candle, right? This is the only I only got this much, and it continued dropping. The next candle after that, and the next one after that. So from my entry point today, it dropped. Okay, from when it mitigated that order block, from 80 to 53, that's over $130, 1,300 pips. That's crazy. Like, that is so crazy. So the clean trade is right here. So basically, how I found this trade was today's trade was, I went to my 4-hour time frame, right? And then I realized that it entered this fair value gap, changed character, and then the market at around 9 a.m. It retraced back into this fair value gap. So after retracing to that fair value gap, I was now looking for an entry going short, and that is how I found this trade, right? That is how I found this trade. The market swept, changed character, left the fair value gap with an order block. So I was looking for the one responsible for the change of character. It was this one, not these ones above here. And then I entered right there. And then as you can see, the market went into profit as intended. But like, we should have held or what. But that's fine, man. We'll come back next week, Monday. Yes, sir.